Everything is a fucking bubble, except for the people that you love. I don't think people fully understand how many systems are collapsing at the same time right now. They're still arguing about which one matters most, like AI, America, crypto, the dollar, democracy, attention spans, dating, friendship, truth. Like, it's all a fucking horse race. From where I'm sitting, I'm an American expat living in Japan. I'm watching the empire from a respectful and haunted distance, and it's fucking obvious. It's not one collapse, it's all of them. They're stacked on top of each other. They're all running on the same rotten fuel, and the fuel is fake connections. That's what I said, fake connections. Because America's broke, not just financially, but spiritually. It's running on debt, vibes, Excel spreadsheets that nobody believes in anymore. And AI is exploding, not because it's intelligent, but because we handed meaning, labor, creativity to these systems that are optimized for engagement instead of truth. Crypto was supposed to be an exit. That was the idea. Instead, it became just another casino that was better at branding and worse at bringing the kind of influencers that the world just didn't need. Every market is a bubble right now. Every app is going through enshittification. Every platform starts with connect the world and ends with maximize extraction. Same story, different logo. Living in Japan, it all seems really clear. Japan already did the collapse. The bubble popped. The future vanished. And instead of pretending it didn't happen, well, people adapted. They have less hype, more reality, more quiet. And I've started to realize just how loud America is because it's screaming to avoid looking at itself. And, you know, I shouldn't even get started on social media, but I will. It's the original sin. The thing we all pretend is neutral, but quietly, it's rewired how humans relate to each other. Social media didn't just steal our attention, it financialized all of our relationships. Every friendship became content. Every thought became a performance. Every interaction got scored, ranked, boosted, suppressed, buried. We weren't users, we became inventory. So here's the part that most people don't want to admit. Social media didn't fail because of bad actors. It failed because algorithms and human relationships should never have met in the first place. The moment a machine decided who you should see, who you should miss, who should disappear from your timeline, that's the moment that you stopped having a network. That's the moment that we all started living our relationships as if they're a fucking slot machine that gets to decide, ding, 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 oh, you get to see your mom today. Ding, 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 oh, you get to see your friend from college. It's a fucking human slot machine. Now, Meta's gearing up to start charging people, and that means WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, all the things that the majority of people who are connected on social media are, using on the planet. They're gonna fucking start paywalling that shit. And shitification is happening with Meta. It's been happening for a long time, but it's gonna start to get worse, and you're gonna start to see more and more bot content, more and more advertisement, and less of the people that you care about, the people that you actually wanna maintain a connection with. So X, like, used to be Twitter, it's paywalled fucking chaos. Instagram is just ads wearing human faces. Hey, you want your dick to be longer? You want more hair? Hey, do you want to feel bad about yourself somehow? Do you feel bad about yourself? Because we can monetize that and make some money from it. TikTok is just dopamine farming at scale. Like, look, I'm like everybody. I like watching reels sometimes. I like just sitting and scrolling through my phone sometime and watching those reels. Some of them are funny, some of them are cute, some of them are educational even, but it's dopamine at scale. That's what it is. So they're not building communities with these social media products. What they're doing is squeezing the last drops of wealth out of a dying model because growth in all of these is gone. Trust is gone. And nobody who's under 25 thinks that these platforms love them back. And if you're over 25, you probably don't think the platform loves you back either, but maybe you're not as cynical yet as our Gen X or Gen Z friends, the Gen X friends. We've been cynical all along. So you have to really stop asking, how do we fix social media? It's the wrong question. You don't fix a parasite, you remove it. And I don't know, like, you've got to be the change that you want to be. You have to do it. You have to start removing the social media yourself, And what that means is building real world relationships, building different ways that you connect with people, finding platforms that aren't extracting shit from you. And yeah, I'm going to turn this into an ad for the thing that I don't charge money for, that I'm never gonna charge money for, that I've built so that I can build my networks back so that I can have better relationships and that I wanna give to everyone else too. Like, I'm turning it into an ad for something that doesn't make me money. So I asked this question, I said, "What if we rebuilt the internet and the only thing that actually mattered when everything collapsed was the relationships that we have. Not money, not followers, not virality, the actual relationships, like Papua New Guinea tribesmen who don't judge themselves by their wealth. They judge themselves by the number of connections that they have coming inward, the number of people that see them as a valuable connection. That's a different way of looking at a relationship. And there's 100 different ways of looking at relationships. What are your relationships? The real ones, the ones that you would call when the shit hits the fan, the ones that you worry about at night, the ones that don't need an audience, the ones that you don't have to have give you anything or do anything or like or follow or anything else. Who are those people? Those are the people you want to be connected with. And I promise, for the most part, those are the people that you're not seeing on social media. Those are the people you're not seeing on your networks. That's the reason why I've done this. That's the reason why I've been focused on building this thing that I call Scroll. XCROL. I call it Scroll. It doesn't have an algorithm. There's no engagement farming. There's no hacking into it. There's no dark patterns in. There's no creator economy bullshit bubbling underneath. None of that shit's happening. It's just people who want to choose to be connected with other people and the people that they want to be connected with, and so on and so forth. I've closed it now. So I invited all the people that I could immediately think of who are important to me that I wanted to be involved in it. And I invited them, and then I closed it, and it's invitation only. And so they can invite people, they can invite their people in if they want to. If they don't want to, that's okay. Getting people to use another social network, this is not just a chicken and egg problem. It's a little bit of a crazy madness problem because if you hate social media, why would you fucking build a new social media product? Well, it's not going away. It's just getting worse. And so I think we need alternatives for it. I think we need a way to really change things. And, I came up with a few ideas, and the most important ideas were no algorithm, no ads, no engagement farming, make it free forever. Not just free until I pivot to something else, but free forever, something that's free forever. And I've got other things that I want to make money with, and I'd like to connect them with Scroll in different ways, but those aren't going to be a part of Scroll. Scroll is just going to be the relationships that people have with each other, real world relationships, and the relationships where, you know, you want to see what someone did with their day. You want to see what link was important to them on that day. You want to see, like, hey, I just do a check in with my daughter. We do a check in daily. And it's one way to do that. Just have a short, quick check in. I'm okay. Everything's good. I went to the mall today. I went snowboarding today. That's what it is. Free forever. Actually free. Because the moment that you start charging rent on human connections, that's the moment that you've already lost. That's my opinion, but I think it's very true. I think that the moment that they started charging us rent for these social connections was the moment that they became evil. I mean, I suppose evil might be a word that we could use there. Like when you're charging rent on people's connections, oh, we're not going to show you what your best friend from college is doing because that's not going to bring engagement. So instead, the algorithm has decided that we're going to show you, um, you know, what this guy in Mongolia is doing with a chicken and an eagle. Whatever the fuck, the weird things that come up. Like it's interesting to see, it's fun to see, but we've all lost because of it. So I started this out talking about collapse and the various things that are collapsing, but here is the truth that comes behind every collapse. When systems fail, people don't turn to fucking platforms, they turn to each other. When there's a collapse, they're not going to go to X and say like, "Oh my god, it's collapsing, what should I do?" They're gonna go to their next door neighbor. They're gonna go to their friend who lives across the street. They're gonna contact their, like, their buddy who lives in the town where it is falling apart, 1,000 miles away and find out, "What are you doing? What can I do to help?" And right now, most of us don't even know how to find those people that we care about anymore. Because without a feed deciding whether they're worth seeing or not, we just don't know. It's insane. And we've all accepted this like it's normal because it's been gradual. We look in the mirror, like this beard, right? 2 months ago, I didn't have this beard. I looked in the mirror every day and it looks pretty normal to me. I see myself with it every day. But when I look at a picture from 2 months ago, I look very different with no hair and no beard. But I just didn't really notice it day to day. And that's how it's been. I mean, we're in the state of reality where AI can write everything. Money can just evaporate. Empires can completely fall. All of this can just happen. But if you know who matters to you and you can reach them without interference, then you're not helpless. You're resilient. You're unbreakable because that's what community makes us. Community makes us unbreakable. So, I called this a pitch, but this isn't a startup pitch. It's not some fucking tech revolution. It's just rollback. It's just an idea of like connect with the people that matter to you. And you could do it through scroll. You could do it through building your own like phone network of calling people and getting them to call other people. Scroll is just one tool that you can use for that. And there's other tools that are out there, and maybe you can build tools. Like that is one benefit. We live in this time where even if you don't have a lot of knowledge about coding or building systems, you can build simple things to help you to reconnect with your community, to refine your community. We can go back to that. And then maybe we can go back to a version of the internet that we can all look at and be like, oh, yeah, this is why I logged in. Because, there's community. I can find information. The world is at my fingertips. We didn't log in to be fucking optimized. We didn't log in to be monetized. We didn't log in to become products. We logged in to stay human, together, to find our people, to reconnect with the people that we'd lost. And like I said, everything is a fucking bubble. And I look at all these bubbles and I'm thought to myself for years and years, what's worth building? And this is really all that is really worth building, a way for people to reconnect with each other. So if that's something that doesn't pop for you, go check out some TikTok videos. Get onto X and see what the conspiracy theory is all about. But I think for most of us, this is the reality. We want to connect with the people that we logged in to connect with in the first place. So let's create that opportunity. I'm CD. I'm indignified. I don't care, but I do care deeply. And I hope that it makes your world a better place, what I'm doing somehow, some way. Aloha.